Philadelphia brought you wrong.
Chrissie is hilarious.
Chrissie, have you ever heard of the comedian Basha K. Ali?
No, that sounds like something you yell out before you blow up a plane.
30 seconds remaining.
But you know what, good to say I doubt stand-up or something. I haven't been disrespectful to you at all.
I was very confused by the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once, because that's also what we call it when Ash takes off his shirt.
I shouldn't be up here. I should be in school on the other side of the ocean.
Good morning. This is not quite a Mayor in the Morning. This is a Mayor in the Morning with a special guest. But before I bring him in, we're texting. I already feel like there's confusion about time zones. That's okay. I have to start on time. Hello. Yeah, I am just now having my coffee. Woo! It was fun last night. We were up. Okay, he's rushing. No. Okay, come whenever, I'll vamp. He's coming. Vic Mignogna is coming. See, I should have known when I say 10, I should always write Eastern, but I feel like I do. Yeah, I always say Eastern. I said Eastern. It's not my fault. Okay. Whatever Wednesday last night was a ton of fun. We started at 10. We went till after 2 a.m. in the morning. 2 hours of the show was about the Whatever Wednesday podcast, which is the point of the show. And the last 2 hours was us on just on a roll of making puns about the word munt, which we decided was a combination of like gunt and mom, like a motherly gunt, like the section of fat in your stomach. And it was inspired by the jeans I wore last night, although these shorts are also sort of munty. But that's neither here nor there. It was so fun. We laughed our balls off. It's just one of those days where you're like with friends and you're laughing so hard you can't breathe and you're like gasping for air. And then the next day you're like, what's wrong with us? Anyway, guys, it's August. The summer is flying by. Isn't that how it always goes, though? Okay. Yes. I said the other day that August was the Sunday of months. Months, meaning it's like on Sunday, you sort of dread the return of the week and you dread Monday and you're like, you can't really enjoy it because of the dread. And I feel like August is that way too. Late August, maybe the last 2 weeks because you're like, school, work, life. Anyway, I'll be in Austin next week. Wowie. In a couple of days. I'm flying out on Tuesday. Next Wednesday, I'll be headlining in Austin at Roscoe's Comedy Club with Lila Hart. She'll be featuring for me. Get your tickets now. It's a 10 o'clock show. Then we'll be at Anime Matsuri August 10th through the 13th. So that's next Thursday through Sunday, next weekend at the George R. Brown Convention Center. I will post and tweet and all that when I'll be signing, when I'll be at my booth. Yes, we will have a Simpcast booth. I just ordered a whole bunch of shirts and I'll have shirts and merch there. I'll be signing boobs. I'll be signing whatever you need within reason. But that's thrilling. I think, and let's see. Brittany Venti will be there. Melanie Mack, Ashton Birdie, Lila Hart for sure. Lila Hart's going to be my buddy for this whole Houston trip, this whole Texas trip, really. Then we're in Houston at the Secret Group. I'll be headlining Friday, August 11th. Nice early show, 7 o'clock. You can go right after the convention ends. Lila will be opening for me as well. Then I'm back in LA next month in September 8th and 9th at the Pineapple Hill Saloon with Keanu Thompson and Lila Hart. We're going to have a little LA trip. I think I will also be appearing on the Whatever podcast that week. So that'll be a shit show. Then I'll be doing a comedy fundraiser on Saturday, September 23rd in Mahopac, New York. That's kind of like upstate area. Then I'm back in Long Island, October 27th and 28th at the Brokerage Comedy Club. I love that comedy club. I love Long Island. Get your tickets now, my Long Island peeps. Then I have a show in December 3rd. I'll be back at Side Splitters in Tampa. The ticket link is not up yet, but hopefully it will be soon. Then I'm heading back to San Diego to the Mic Drop Comedy Club, March 1st and 2nd. We got 3 shows in San Diego, but that's a ways away. That's in March. We don't have to think about that right now. We're in Texas next week, so get those Texas tickets now. Get them while they're hot. Whew. I woke up like laughing. Okay, I'm going to cover a couple of newsy items before Vic gets in, because I think we had a little bit of a time zone snafu, but that's okay. There's plenty to talk about, plenty to discuss. This Lizzo thing has really been blowing up, no pun intended. This is insane news. I can't believe I was on Misty Winston's show yesterday talking about it, and that's when I first learned that not only is there sexual harassment claims, but there was claims that that these women were too fat, that they couldn't gain weight. And I was like, what? Isn't that her whole shtick? Isn't that her whole brand? Like being obese and embracing it? There's so much. There's so much to this story. Lizzo responds to false, unbelievable accusations in bombshell sex lawsuit. You know what? I feel like Lizzo was due for a cancellation. Okay, she's had it too good for too long. She's been sitting pretty, riding on her high horse. I'm just kidding. She can't get on a horse. She's too big. Lizzo's ready to be loved again. Uh-oh. The Juice songstress addressed the bombshell allegations against her on Thursday morning, penning a lengthy statement posted on social media. Lizzo, whose legal name is Melissa Jefferson, is being sued for allegedly creating a hostile work environment by supposedly subjecting her dancers, the plaintiffs, to body shaming and sexually denigrating behavior against their will. That's just part of showbiz, baby. Take it or leave it. The Truth Hurts singer denied the accusations, calling them false and unbelievable. These last few days have been gut-wrenchingly difficult and overwhelmingly disappointing. My work ethic, morals, and respectfulness have been questioned. My character has been criticized. Lizzo began her statement on X. Oh God, I'm not calling Twitter X. Sorry. And by the way, all her people drafted this letter. She didn't write this. Formerly known as Twitter. I usually choose not to respond to false allegations, but these have blown up and you can't ignore them. But these are as unbelievable as they sound and too outrageous to not be addressed. These sensationalized stories are coming from former employees who have already publicly admitted that they were told their behavior on tour was inappropriate and unprofessional. So she is now turning it around to the dancers. I want to know what Vic Mignogna thinks of this Lizzo scandal. Hello, Vic.
I can't even... How can I even come on your show after reading that? It's just all downhill from here.
It is. Look at this. This looks like an explosion at a ribbon candy factory. This photo of her right here. This looks like
it kind of reminds me of the atom with the protons and neutrons spinning around.
Yes. I feel like there should be a physics teacher. Is that even
and I don't
right?
think
Science?
she can put her arms down.
No, she can't. She can barely get them in this costume. This Laffy Taffy costume right here. This is just
when was this story published?
Her response, this just came out this morning. So she put out a statement this morning.
I was going to say she probably had to dictate it because she probably still doesn't have her arms out of that costume yet.
Right. She can't get her big fat arms out enough to.
Hey, can I apologize to everybody? I thought it was 10 a.m. my time.
Oh no, I'm
And and
sorry.
and
Ah.
and what you guys may not know is that Chrissy is an hour ahead of me. So when Chrissy said 10 a.m., I'm like, great. And I set my alarm for 9 a.m. so that I could get up, make a
Oh.
cup of coffee. And I woke up and Chrissy's like, I'm starting right now. I was like,
Oh no.
ah! So I apologize.
Ah.
I apologize.
You're
Chrissy.
I can't
I
I'm
love
so
you.
impressed with the speed that you got ready.
Well, I got you know what getting ready is? This is get look at this. See this? This is scary. So
I like your scary hair. I think
that's
it's a mood.
that's that's why I put the hat on. It's not a mood. That's
It's
crazy.
a mood. Okay, so
Hey, Chrissy, I have
it's
something to tell you.
yes.
When I told somebody that I was gonna be joining you on your show today, they said, "Don't do it." And I said, "Why not?" And they said, "Because it's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's
That's
a
the
trap. It's a cup
that's
of coffee."
that's the best mug I've ever seen. Like
But it's huge too.
that is extremely
Look,
cumbersome. It's really more about the what's the guy's name? The It's a Trap guy?
Admiral Akbar.
It's the Admiral. It's more about the Admiral than it is about the coffee. Like, I don't
It
even know
is.
how much liquid you can fit in there.
You're right. We won't last long against those Star Destroyers.
That's so awesome. I love fun
Even
mugs.
better when you're drinking his brains.
Yeah,
Admiral Akbar brains. Nothing like it. That'll
I
get
love it.
you started.
Welcome to the show, Vic Mignogna. Just a voiceover legend among other credits that I forget.
Well,
Grizzly Blue. Vic, you were great on Alex Stein's show. So funny. I didn't
oh,
know you did Alex's
oh my
show.
gosh. Oh, Chrissy, can we talk about this? Have you seen his show?
Uh, I've seen his show. I've been on his show. I love
Okay,
him.
I've
He's
never seen
hilarious.
his show. All right.
Okay. Uh-oh. Did he put butter on your head?
Oh, I wish he would have put butter on my hands because that would have been
His
expected.
he put butter on the head of his sidekick.
Okay,
One episode.
so let me tell you. Oh, by the way, thank you, Grizzly. Thank you. It was a lot of fun, and it was I never knew what was about to happen. But I expect I'll probably go back because it was a lot of fun. Chrissy, he called me like 4 days ago or
Huh.
texted me like 4 days ago and said, "Hey man, you want to come on my show?" I'm like, sure. I mean, I've met the guy. He's a cool guy. I really like the guy.
Where'd you guys meet?
Well, we met at the Content House actually.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
And not only that, but he let me know when he was doing a stand-up here in Dallas, and I went to see him at a comedy club here in Dallas.
Oh.
So I mean, I really like him. And so he said, "Hey, you want to come on my show?" And I just said, "Sure, when?" And he goes, "How about next Tuesday? How about Tuesday?" And this was just like, Friday or Saturday last week. So I'm like, "Sure." So Tuesday. So Monday night, he messages me a link to where I'm going, or the address to where I'm going. So I get in my car, drive up there Tuesday afternoon, and oh, it's studios at Las Colinas, very cool. And so I went in and signed in, and then he came out and got me, and we walk in, and as I'm stepping on stage on the set, and they're guys micing me up, I look at Alex, I'm like, what are we going to talk about? What why am I here? I've never seen a show, you know what I mean? Like I have no idea what to expect.
What is show prep really, Vic? I mean, you're a professional. You don't need
well,
details and
so basically he's like, what do you want to talk about? I'm like, seriously?
wow, I love that. As you're getting mic'd up, you're
I
figuring
know.
it out.
And I really had no idea what to expect. I didn't know what he did on his show. I didn't know who was on the show. And when it started, you should go back. I don't know if I'm sure they're probably archived or you could watch it somewhere, but all of these really crazy, funny things kept happening. And I was just sitting there going,
You were like, wow, this is random.
we should pray.
Let's see.
We should pray right now.
I want to pull this up. I want to pull up because it's from. Did you come on right away? I want to make sure I have the right episode.
Yes, it was just this past Tuesday. Oh, and guess who else was on there? And it was kind of a what a cool thing that I was on the same show with Vivek Ramaswamy.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he came on through video to do a little interview with with Alex, but and there was this really great guy on there named Harrison. He's a dad who's struggling for some rights for his 3-year-old boy. Horrible. I mean, just such a heartbreaking story. But it was funny because everyone was like, man, you should come on the show more because you're a great balance to Alex's antics. He was lighting Barbies on fire. He was passing around these giant joints. I mean,
oh my God.
I was just sitting there going, did I come to the right studio?
Oh my God. All right. I think I found the episode. I'm going to pull this up. Maybe if you remember any good moments, let's see. The set is so professional. It's beautiful.
Oh, it is.
Look how great you look. Oh my God. There you are, Vic.
Animated series.
And you're just talking about, oh, look at the shirt. Very sparkly, very, very on brand for
I
you.
wore that for you, Chrissy.
So you are.
McDonald's.
I just took somebody off and talking about
I knew you did.
You're just rolling with it. You're like, whatever.
Oh, yeah. Then you get into it where he starts. And then, this guy. Okay. And this guy, what a nice guy. His name is Darius. Okay.
Darius.
Really
Yeah,
nice
he's great.
guy. Really nice guy. But the whole, look, he's passing this stuff around.
Oh my God.
He's
Yeah,
passing.
this looks like sage. This can't be a blunt.
No, it wasn't. But we started joking about it. And Darius apparently they did a seance.
Oh my God. They're cleansing him
last week. And so he wanted, and then he had this candle with Jesus' picture on it.
Oh my God.
And
Like a bodega candle.
And I'm like, that's blasphemy, Alex. Because he was like, oh, baby Jesus, I'm praying to the Jesus candle. Dude, stop it.
Oh my God.
But then Darius, he starts trying to push Darius to come and hug me and kiss me and profess romantic feelings for me. You know what I mean? Just
oh wow.
Like, it's so crazy.
and you had just met. You're like, come on, give us at least a few days.
Yeah.
To get to know each other.
I mean, it was overall, there was a good shot right there. Me going,
your face.
Yeah.
You're going, what the fuck did I get into? Yeah, but like it's fun. You never know what to expect on Alex's show.
Get to where go further down. It just got crazier and crazier. Oh, and then he pulled out puppets. Oh, and he handed out Barbies.
Okay. There you go. You're sitting with a Barbie. I wonder if that's Star Trek Barbie. Okay, then he lit them on fire at some point.
Yeah.
When did Vivek come on? Was he
further out?
Was he a Zoom guest?
Yeah,
okay.
And then he's doing this.
This is great. Who doesn't love puppets? Oh my God.
But then he
1/8 Asian voice.
Oh, did he want you to do voiceovers on the puppets?
Yeah, he goes, give him an Asian voice. And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, yeah, because I want to be ripped to shreds for another 4 years.
Now it's hot.
Wow, you're funny. Are you single? You don't look like you have a wedding ring on.
Well, my friend Alex is polyamorous.
Wow.
He invited me to his house, but I'm not going.
This is great.
See, the camera needs to zoom in so you don't see me. You just see him.
Well, this is our first time, but I think Vic is going to be our new guest host. So
this is so funny.
This guy looks like a young Einstein. Like he's got his haircut. You see it?
That's great. Oh, that's so much fun. And you know what?
And then Vivek came on a little bit later through video, and then it just got. I mean, he laid Barbie over top of the candle, and she full on lit on fire. He kept trying to light her hair, and I'm like, well, we've concluded in our own little MythBusters segment here that that Barbie's hair is not flammable.
Oh gosh, okay, that helps.
And then he was showing these weird, like funny videos that he found online and stuff. But then he it got crazier toward the end. Then he's like, we got
and then he's got to pull it together for Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yeah, and you know what's really funny is Vivek really serious and focused because the whole Trump indictment had just come out like minutes earlier.
Oh yeah.
And so Alex was trying to be joking and funny with him, and Vivek is like, I'm sorry, I'm just really not in a humorous mood right now. It was great. Oh, and then Alex, but Alex kept at it. And finally, Vivek starts breaking. He starts smiling. He's like, okay, thanks a lot. I was in kind of a bad mood at the beginning, but thanks a lot.
And he said that on camera?
Yes, in the interview.
Okay. I just watched a snippet from his interview with Vivek. So I guess they cut out the
I'd like
joke.
to, and hopefully under better circumstances.
No worries. I know it's a bad deal, but this is the other thing too. They're going to take out Trump, I think, under any circumstance, and so it's just kind of a futile, but I think it helps you. I think it only pumps you up in the presidential polls. So
I'll do my part. If I'm put in charge of leading this country, we will end this career.
I wonder if Vivek is more hoping that he'll get some kind of cabinet position,
I don't know. I didn't really know much about him, but sitting right there with Alex watching the interview and just watching him, I'm like, he gives off a good vibe,
Yeah. He doesn't seem super shitty. I mean, I feel like my qualifications for a politician are so low at this point. It's like, can you walk upstairs?
Yeah.
Can you not fall asleep in the middle of a meeting with a world
leader? What my
leader?
qualification for a politician would be, Chrissy? One question.
Okay.
Have you ever been a politician before?
No. And the answer is yes. Yeah.
If you have been, you're out.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's great. I'm glad you did his show. I'm glad you rolled with it.
It was a lot of fun. I didn't expect it. I didn't know what to expect, but it was a lot of fun. So that was a very long answer to Grizzly's comment.
Oh, good. Well, you're a professional. You can improvise. This is from Matthew Hammond. You should reach out to Chris Gore while you're in LA. Will you be in Dallas? While in Texas, go to Fuel City Tacos and get elotes, corn in a cup. I have reached out to Chris Gore. I will try to link up with him when I'm in LA.
I love Chris. Chris is a good guy. He was a part of our Star Trek Continues series. He actually played he popped up in a
really
role. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I love Chris.
And are you going to be in Dallas again?
I'm not going. I don't have time to go to Dallas. I'm doing Austin to Houston, Houston to Austin. I'm like, it's a pretty crazy schedule. I'm getting to Austin next Tuesday. Then I have an appearance Tuesday, an appearance and a show on Wednesday. Thursday, I'm going to Houston to do the convention. Friday is my show in Houston. And then Saturday afternoon, we're driving over to Austin. We're going to watch the Liberty Awards in Austin Saturday night, then drive back early Sunday morning to finish out the convention because I don't want to be away for too much of it.
Right.
Since we're getting
so what you're basically saying is there's plenty of time for you to swing through Dallas and say hello.
maybe if I'm stopping on a bathroom stop.
Chrissy, I'm going to be at the convention, don't you?
I know. I'm so excited. I'm excited that you'll be there.
So what do we learn? We learned that if you won't come to Dallas, I will find you and I will come to where you are.
Dallas comes to me. Patriotic Gestalt, thank you for the super chat. Power K, Greg, thanks for the super chat. Good morning, Chrissy and Vic. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks.
Hey, Greg, good morning to you. And many Admiral.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. That's one of my favorite memes, even though I don't even fully understand the context.
I put up a picture of it. I put up a picture of it right when I bought it on Twitter, and it says, "It's a trappuccino."
A trappuccino. Wow, that sounds like something they would drink in a trap house. Yeah. Vic, I've never been to Anime Matsuri. I'm
girl.
My anime knowledge is really just Pokemon Go. So how can I prepare myself? What can I expect? And how many of these conventions have you been to?
Well, I'd like to answer the third part first.
Yes.
I've done a lot of conventions. I've done a lot of events in my life. I don't even know. I don't even know. Probably 1,500.
Holy crap.
I don't even really know. But I mean, that's to be fair. I mean, that's over 22, 23 years, 24 years, being in this industry. But I love them. I love people. I said this on Alex's show. And if you don't mind, Chrissie, I'd like to say it here. There has been such a shift in our culture where people are so isolated and they cut themselves literally, physically, mentally, emotionally, they cut themselves off from other people. Like if you just reach out, put your hand on somebody's shoulder, hey buddy, how are you? Like, he violated my space. What the hell is wrong with you?
That could just be autism, though.
Well, okay, but it's not autism planet wide. Like that's not the reason for all of it. But here's one that might have even I'm shooting from the hip here, so that might have even been not the greatest example. But my point is this: people need human connection. They do. I mean, like there are scientific studies. They've done biological experiments where literally a hug is literally healing and helping and pumps so many good things into your system. And yet our culture has now vilified any kind of physical contact.
Hugs are off limits. Yeah.
Non-sexual. But here's the problem. I love people. I do. I like people. I like meeting people. I like talking to people. I like looking people in the eyes and hearing their stories and interacting with people all over the world. And there are those out there that somehow think that's creepy. That I must have some seedy ulterior motive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because you don't understand why somebody would want to be open and openly kind and welcoming and affectionate to people doesn't mean it's not possible. Just because you're not that kind of person doesn't mean that there are plenty of people in the world. And I know I'm not alone, Chrissie. There are millions of people out there that are expressive and open and welcoming, and they love people. It's not a sexual thing. It's not a deviant thing. But it makes me so sad that our culture and some people in our culture, they just insist on assigning that label to something that just because they don't do it or they don't like it, it must be somehow creepy or dark or pervy. No, it's not.
Yeah, that's a good point. And like some people, they'll grow up in a house, or maybe their parents don't show them a lot of affection, or I don't know if the Me Too movement has just scared most people into any kind of human connection at all. Or I don't know. It's a combination of things. And sometimes it'll be a type of person who just wants to have power over somebody else and is going to, purposely misinterpret, a hug or some kind of contact
It makes me so sad that every event I do, somebody will come up to me like in an autograph session. There'll be all these people lined up, and I'll be meeting these wonderful people and saying hi to them, and somebody will come up to the table, and I'll be talking to them, and I'll be signing and talking to them, and they'll go, can I have a hug?
Oh,
it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart because you know what? You shouldn't even have to ask that question. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry if somebody out there disagrees with me, but I think it's really sad that people are so sheepishly, they want human connection so bad.
They could also be starstruck to meet you too.
Well, no, I don't know if that's the case, but I really think that my first instinctive impression to that is, oh my gosh. I mean, and it's not even just girls, it's guys. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. It's across the board. People have like you just said, human connection has somehow been vilified or stigmatized, even though we need it to survive and to be emotionally healthy. And you wonder why the world is so angry. You wonder why so many people are on such a short fuse.
And not everything is sexual. Calm down. Not everything is someone hitting on you. Not everything is someone trying to get in your pants.
Exactly.
So,
It's a trap.
It's a trap. That hug is a trap. Momus Mouse.
I'm uncomfortable with this hug.
Let's go back to 6 feet apart.
Everything I say now that's controversial, Admiral Akbar is going to say it for me.
Yeah, it wasn't me. It
I
was the
didn't say it.
admiral.
I was drinking
Yeah.
coffee at the time.
Yeah. Chris, you should cosplay as Yaira. Oh, God, I can't say this. Yaira for Houston. I know that's one of the ISOM characters. Maybe if I could slap that together before
You
Tuesday.
should totally cosplay, Chrissy.
I bought a Misty costume from Pokemon, and I don't know if it's gonna do well because Misty I've heard is very thin, so I'm gonna be a thick Misty. I'm gonna be just doing my best, and then I have a dress coming in that I'll try to do maybe like a Barbie
Chrissy,
cosplay.
I'd like to submit that you'll be a curvaceous Missy, not a thin Missy.
Cosplaying is a trap. I love this comment from.
I was drinking coffee. That wasn't me.
Of course not. My Vegeta, this is a great comment for you. It's so good to see you, Vic. I've met you many times, and you're so kind and amazing. I appreciate you sharing your faith at conventions. You go out of your way to help people feel comfortable.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You know what? That kind of comment and that kind of kind word is priceless. You know, there are people out there that do events, and they're just they're just there to crank out the autographs, make some money, boom, boom, boom. Right? I tell you what, I would trade an autograph, the cost of an autograph, for that kind of comment any day of the week.
Oh.
I need to pay my bills like everybody else, so I go to events and I try to do what I can to make a living. But my love and hope and desire to support and encourage people in the industry goes way beyond that, and it means the world to me, my Vegeta, that you would share that. Thank you so much.
Too High Strung says, Vic, you still have the picture we signed of you signing our picture from Bakersfield last year. We love you, bud.
Yes. And you know what? I'm hoping to be back in Bakersfield next year at Back Anime. So hope you'll come and see me. I'd love to see you again. And then we'll do the picture again. It'll be level 3.
It'll be Inception.
Yes.
Autograph Inception. From Torgo, get that munt. Okay, that's a joke from last night. I was referring to like my jeans were a little too big, and I was like, it makes me look like I have this gunt, it was this word we came up with that was a combination of like motherly and gunt, and then we started saying munt, and then for like 2 hours we're like just doing munt jokes.
Okay, I'm going to show my naivete. What is a gunt?
A gunt is like, I don't know, like a stomach fat area, like typically it's like the fat between your belly button and your junk.
Is that really a word?
I don't know if that's the Urban Dictionary. Gunt. Yeah.
Wow. Really?
Let's go to Urban Dictionary. They'll never steer me wrong.
This is an educational show, everybody, as well.
It really is.
Fun.
It really is. People come here to learn.
I came here to learn.
Let's see. Let me pull this up on the screen so we can.
I would like to challenge everybody in this show to use the word gunt in a sentence 5 times today with somebody
gunt.
else.
The protruding area of blubber that sticks out below the gut and above the gunt. Dude, that's gross, man. Did you see that gunt?
Ouch.
Gunt, bulging area found on large older women between the waist and the genital area. Not quite a gut, not quite a cunt, but a gunt.
Wow.
A gunt manifests itself as a fat outcropping of flesh at the base of the torso.
Outcropping?
I love it. I love outcropping.
There's a protrusion around your belly.
It's an outcropping of flesh.
Outcropping? It's an outcropping.
It's an outcropping. In extreme cases, the size of the gunt may make location of the genitals difficult to impossible.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Now I just had the visual image that I never want to see.
Yes, now you know. And if your gunt is caused by motherhood, it's a munt, which mine is not.
Let's yeah.
I'd
like to retract what I said about using gunt in a sentence 5 times today.
Well, yeah.
Now that I know the origin of the word, let's not do that. Let's not.
Yes, let's gunt it up and talk about anime Matsuri.
It's a gun.
It's a gun.
My
Look at
brain-
this. Look, there you are.
His
Right
brains are
in
almost
the
empty. Yep.
top, right in the front page. I thought
That's
this was
the-
Amy Schumer for a second. It's Tiffany Bellmore.
Tiffany's awesome. Linda, Cynthia, so many great people. Really great people.
Wow. Okay, so there'll be people there who what, like play a cartoon character? So you have to
Well, a
figure
lot
out
of
who they
different people.
are.
I mean, there will be a lot of voice actors there. There's some musicians. That's John and his wife right there in the picture. Black shirt and pink kimono. They own Anime Matsuri, and they're just
Oh,
amazing people. Tiffany, several of them are voice actors. Some of them are cosplayers. Some of them are like writers. There's a fashion designer.
cool.
Japanese voice actors.
How is this convention different than like I've been to MegaCon in I think Orlando and Boston? How is this? Is it kind of
Well,
similar?
Yeah, it's kind of similar in that, in a good way, in that everyone is there because they love the same thing. You know what I mean? There's such a unity and a harmony at events like this because people are there because they share a common interest, a common love, and everyone's in a great mood and happy to be around other people like them.
Yeah.
But it's similar to any Comic-Con in that way. But the way that I would say it's different is, number one, it's huge. It's one. Yeah, this is the George R. Brown Convention Center in Houston.
Wow.
And they take this thing over. It's probably 50 to 60,000 people, and there's something for everyone. That is something else I would say. It's and it's a beautiful area downtown, and there's so many things to see, so many activities, so many good people. There's just such a great energy, when you spend so much of your daily, routine just kind of surviving the chores and the responsibilities. It's so wonderful to spend a weekend just surrounded by people with all kinds of great energy and enthusiasm and smiles and fun. It's very energizing, very invigorating and revitalizing.
Good. I love that. Okay, so I'm kind of like an anime novice, so I won't feel out of place, I hope.
She could always cosplay as Winry from Full Metal Alchemist too.
Ooh, how do you spell that?
Full Metal, one word. Full
I
Metal.
know. I mean Winry.
Oh, Winry.
Oh.
Look her up.
Okay. Is it something I can slap together in a
Yes.
couple of days?
Yeah,
Okay.
actually, it really is.
Oh, she's blonde. Okay, I have a blonde wig. Oh, she's got a white tank top, a black jacket. That's not too difficult.
And a big wrench. That's
Okay.
all you need is a giant wrench,
That's easy.
and people will know who you are.
Really? That's it? She's just like,
Oh,
it's just blonde with a wrench?
girl, you could be wearing a kilt and carrying bagpipes, and if you have a wrench, somebody's going to go, "You're Winry from Full Metal."
Okay. Yeah, this is an easy cosplay to do.
Yeah, with her
I
bandana.
can find a
and
wrench.
Yeah. Oh, this here. Stop. The one right there with the red bandana. Yeah, and the purple. Yeah, that's a typical Winry look there.
So basically a red pirate.
Yeah, kind of a burgundy red,
Okay.
deep red, and then the black
Work gloves.
and
And
then
then,
that purple kind of they're like real baggy pants.
those are pants.
I
Okay.
think you can probably find a picture of full.
Okay. I'm seeing this. I think I could do this.
Oh yeah.
Is it going to
Okay.
be obscure? Is anyone going to recognize it? Well, that's what it's all about. Obscure
No,
cosplays.
It will not be obscure.
Okay.
It will not be obscure.
Okay. So I need to get like lavender sort of baggy cargo pants.
Yeah, and
Black
if you
sports bra I
scroll up,
have.
if you scroll up a little bit, I think I saw a picture of her with the lavender baggy pants a little wider. Keep going.
These.
Up here,
Oh
up
yeah, they're
here.
like almost like hammer pants.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yes, very much. There's a little Maybe right there.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
it's
see.
that gives you an idea of what they look like and then what she
Is
wears.
this like a hoodie tied around her waist, or is this just the pants?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't. I'm so sorry.
This is so easy. This is
You know
like
what? If you looked up Winry cosplay, type that in,
okay.
you'll see actual cosplayers and what they did. Oh, boom. Look at that. Look at this one. Yeah.
Oh, wow, it's a whole eBay costume. You can just buy. I
Yeah,
mean,
and
I
you
don't
know
know.
what?
I can't get away with showing this much of my stomach. I'm like
Well, for
not
that,
really
you
there
but
yet,
you
but
but you know what, Chrissy? For that matter, if there's any character that you know or have heard of, or your subscribers suggest, you could probably type in that character cosplay, and you could probably buy something right off the
yep.
internet, ready to go. So you wouldn't
There we
have
go.
to spend any time.
eBay right here. Yeah, it'll give you the little tube top.
Boom.
Oh, wow. These pants really look like the real thing. I mean, is there any way I could get this? No. See, it wouldn't get to me until August 21st. That's way too late.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see about that. I'll click around a little more. And you know what? If all else fails, I think I could probably get like a quickie purple pair of pants from Amazon and slap it together. But I like this idea. Like you don't need to buy a whole, like I remember I bought a what the heck was her name? Not Black Widow, Scarlet Witch costume. It was like head to toe. It was so much costume. It was a jacket, it was pants, it was boots, and it was like
wow.
It was like $180, but it's a nice costume. I can wear it again. It came from China. I was like, oh, I just felt like going all out for
and you know
Orlando
what,
MegaCon.
And you know what that price tag would have in common with Anime Matsuri? Is your costume would cost $180 and it's 180 degrees outside. So that would make for a very warm day. Probably melt off half your body then.
Yes, I put Houston on my weather app, and I'm astounded at how hot it is.
And it auto corrected to hell.
Yeah, it auto corrected. It just wrote back no. So today the high in Houston is 101. And next Tuesday, yeah. Oh my God. Next Tuesday through the whole week is going to be 102, 101.
You know
just
what?
sunny.
I'm in Dallas, Chrissy, and yesterday I played softball. I had a doubleheader softball game yesterday in this 100. Like when I got in my car, it said it was 107 degrees.
Woo.
Yeah, so it's
it's a blazing hot.
It's a heat wave. It's a trap. All right. So you're already adjusted to the heat.
Too hot.
Pardon me?
You're already adjusted to the heat. You're out there in Texas. I'm in New York, so I'm gonna have to like psych myself up for this heat.
My dear Chrissy, nobody adjusts to this heat.
Wow.
But you know what I tell people every time? Can I tell you something about the heat in Texas? Every time somebody's like, "So where are you from?" I was like, "Texas." 90% of the time. How do you endure the heat?
How do you do
And
it?
here's what I say, Chrissy. Well, it's not like I'm building roads. Let's break this down. I leave my air-conditioned house and walk 6 seconds in the heat to my air-conditioned car. Then I get in my air-conditioned car, I drive somewhere, and I walk 10 seconds into an air-conditioned building. Like, really, how much does the heat really affect? Most
True,
people.
that's true. Yeah, unless you're doing a lot of outside work.
Right,
Or,
unless you're construction or building a highway or something,
Yeah.
So, and I think that the pluses far outweigh the minuses.
Oh, for sure. It's Freedom Land. James Shart says Winry is probably wearing a lavender jumpsuit that she tied the top around her waist. Oh, that's so smart.
James, you're brilliant. That's what's tied around her waist is the arms.
He's a genius. These
Good
people in the
work,
chat,
James.
they're smarter than me.
And me.
Okay. I'm gonna quickly pull this up because I need help. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull this up. I need you to tell me which shade of purple is gonna be the most accurate here. So is it this lighter one, do you think, or this purplier?
The lighter one's too pale, I think. Wait.
You think?
Wait a minute.
Or
Why don't you type in purple? Why
But-
don't you, let's take
but
James.
this.
Let's take James's comment. Type in purple jumpsuit. Or,
I like
you know,
this color.
Yes, that looks like a good color right there. And it's baggy. That's nice.
Baggy. I like this color, but it's not baggy.
Yeah. And the one beside it's probably a little closer.
Okay. Interesting. I just need something that'll get here immediately. That's what's unfortunately very good about Amazon is that if you need something immediately, let's do purple jumpsuit.
That's what I was just doing.
Okay. Vic, do you have any tips and tricks for the convention as both a person who is signing autographs and doing panels and like a person of note, and do you need tips if you're just going to check it out?
My first tip is don't take your hat off on camera.
Oh,
Never do
it's
that.
a trap.
It's a hat.
It's a hat.
Tips for the convention. Well, first of all, go ready to have a good time. Go in with a positive attitude that you're going to make new friends. You're going to see new things. You're going to meet people. You're going to meet old friends, connect back up with old friends that you probably know from somewhere. And don't go in kind of reserved and skeptical. Just go in with a mindset ready to have a good time. I would say bring lots of money if you can. Now, what I mean by that, and it comes from an honest place. What I mean by that is you're going to see this dealer's room, the vendors area is like 2 football fields.
Wow.
Full of the coolest stuff, and a lot of it is stuff you've never seen before. Stuff from Japan, stuff from across the ocean. I mean, really cool stuff. And you're going to kick yourself when you see things that you didn't bring any money to buy. So I'm just saying, and I'm not suggesting everybody has a ton of money. That's totally fine. But bring as much as you can because you don't have to spend it.
Okay.
But if you find something you like, something you've never seen anywhere else before, you will kick yourself all year long that you didn't bring the money to get it. So that would be
some vendors only take cash?
I don't know the answer to that. I'm so sorry. I don't know the answer to that.
But just like to prepare yourself, like, okay, I want to at max spend this much money, and then like have the cash with you. Know that you're like, okay, this is what this is my fun money.
I mean, everybody takes cash, right? So in that sense, cash would always be the safe bet. But a lot of them take cards, So that would be the second thing I would say. And a convention like Anime Matsuri is unique and wonderful in that it's so large that it can afford to bring you things that a lot of smaller events can't do. For instance, they've got some K-pop bands that are performing at Anime Matsuri. Now, I don't know about you guys, but there's not a lot of K-pop at every one of these conventions. There's not a band that got flown in from Tokyo to perform. See, that's the kind of unique opportunity that Anime Matsuri affords the fans that they can't get at any number of smaller events. That's no offense to smaller events. They just don't have the budget. They just can't afford to do stuff like that. But larger events can. So my third suggestion would be make sure you take advantage of any opportunities that are unique to a large event, things that you might not get the chance to do or see at the next convention that will only be 5,000 attendees, or 8,000 attendees that can't afford to bring some of these people in from across the sea.
How many people usually come to this convention?
Well, the last 2 years, they've had 50 to 60,000 attendees.
Woo! All right. So if you're bringing a child, put them on a leash.
Yeah.
Put your friends on a leash. You're going to lose them.
Strap them.
I would say I've never been to anime, but from the 2 conventions I've been to, I would say like bring a separate battery pack or 2 for your phone because you might not be able to find a charger. And if you're going to be out walking around for hours and maybe you don't have the latest phone that maintains its battery well, get yourself a battery pack from like a Best Buy or whatever.
Very smart. Very smart. Also, bring some water. Keep a bottle of water handy. Maybe throw some little snacks in your bag because one thing that does happen is people get so excited to be there that they forget to eat and they forget to drink water. And
then you pass out. It's happened to me.
You don't want to do that.
You're like, why do I feel like I'm going to pass away? You're like, oh, it's because it's 4:00 and I haven't eaten or drank anything yet.
And I have to tell you, Pocky is not food.
Oh, is there going to be abundant Pocky there?
Well, yes. And a lot of fans are like, look, I have food. I have a box of Pocky. And I'm like, yeah.
Pocky's probably currency at Anime Matsuri. It's probably like, oh, I'll give you 5.
Twizzlers, but they're not going to really help me much.
Give me 2 boxes of Pocky for an autograph. It's a trap.
It's a Pocky.
It's a Pocky. It's a pox.
I need to go. I need some more
coffee.
His brains are almost empty.
It's okay. Well, I'll vamp while you go get more coffee. I will vamp.
Okay. Stand by, please.
Okay. We're all checking to make sure Vic's wearing pants again. He might not be, but at least he tilted his camera away. See, we're learning. Okay. Yes, James, it's hard to buy a lavender jumpsuit. I will probably just go with like lavender cargo pants. And do my best there. But thank you. It's an easier cosplay than I thought. So, what's up, JR? Houston is literally on fire from the summer heat. Don't wear black under any circumstances. Oof. Okay. Oh, look! In your photo right there is me in my Scarlet Witch costume. David Lowe. Star Trek continues rocked. Okay, I'll say that again when he comes back. Chase in Texas. Hey, Chrissy. Hey, Christine. Munt to you. Good munting to you. Good munting to you. Okay, I'm looking at these pants. I think lavender is probably the way to go rather than like a purple. I see. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to go with these pants here. Because they're very cargo-y. I'm like never going to wear these pants again for anything else because they're not my style. But that's fine. And then I'll get some sort of a bandana. Oh, he's back. There you go.
Hey, Chrissy.
Yes.
I'm wearing shorts. Just
good.
Just like I was last time.
On that fateful day. I'm wearing shorts too. David,
you want to know what kind of shorts I'm wearing? I'm wearing Naruto shorts.
Oh.
There's a fan makes these shorts with characters on them, and I have a Broly pair, and I have a pair with Broly on them, and I have a pair with who is that? Oh, Obito.
Oh, that's cool. I don't know who those people are, but I'm impressed.
I would show you, but then somebody will screen cap it and then blur out the crotchal area and tell everybody.
You know what? I haven't been in a news article for a while. Maybe we should do it. David Lowe's start. I haven't made the news.
I knew it all along. It's a trap.
It's a trap. David Lowe says Star Trek continues rocked.
Oh my gosh, David, thank you. Hey, I was going to ask maybe David will be the first one to answer this. Did you notice the shirt? What is unique about this shirt? You can tell me. Who in your chat?
It's in the Star Wars font.
Yes, it's Star Wars font, but it says Star Trek.
But it looks cool.
I know. I made this.
You made that?
Yeah, I made it in Photoshop, and then I had it printed. There's a t-shirt place up the street, and I make all these designs, Star Trek designs, and then I send them to him.
What a great conversation starter that shirt is. Especially at like a convention or a nerdy gathering.
Yeah, sometimes I'll wear it when I travel, and I'll go through security, and TSA will be like, "Oh, meta step, it's not. What are you talking about?" It's black.
It's blasphemy.
Vic committed a crime. Oh, Mangus is stealing the idea.
Do it, Mangus. And you know what? Everybody, here's what I was going to say. When I go through security, every once in a while, some security guy, TSA guy, he'll read my shirt and he'll go, "Oh, I see what you did there." I see what you-"
And then by that time, you snuck past security. It's an elaborate ruse.
Yes, I have snuck several knives and guns right through the X-ray, right through the metal detector. Nobody noticed.
They're swords. I need them for the convention. Elson Barrett, in the UK, they call underwear pants. So technically, Vic is wearing pants. True.
Thank you, Elsid. Thank you. Confirming what we all know.
You know, if we knew this, when did it happen? Last year?
Oh,
how long ago was that?
Gosh,
I forget. All the controversies are melding together.
Yep. You know,
okay,
people, some of these people, I'm so sorry, Chrissy. I have to say this, and maybe it's just because it's still, morning and I'm still, a little unfiltered. But some people can just be so despicable and disgusting. Like literally, you remember that incident. There was nothing to see. There was nothing to see, but they're so deceptive. They're so despicable that they blurred out. To make it seem like there was something that they were blurring out. There wasn't.
Right. There's nothing to blur.
I hear stuff on it's like when people take these pictures from someone else's, like a fan would come to see me at a convention and we'd take a picture, a completely innocent, innocuous picture. You know what I mean? And then, and then some third party will find the picture online because my name was tagged in it, right? And they'll find the picture online and then they'll post it and go, "Oh, here's another example of Vic Mignogna assaulting young girls." It's a picture.
That was such a stretch.
About the picture that would indicate that, but they just, it's so horrible, and they make up stories that never existed behind these pictures of people they don't know, have never met, have nothing to do with.
Well, they've done such a good job of sort of like almost like when they blow the conch of like, oh, someone is the sexual harassment conch, which like covers so much at this point. It's almost like burr, burr, like that's blown, and then anybody who wants to be triggered by that or feels a sense of power for being, a victim of that, they sort of like all gather and pile on for the cause.
Yeah.
And it takes nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
But that won't stop us. We'll just put, you put your pants on one leg at a time, just like us.
Put my underwear on one leg at a time, just like everyone else.
Oh my goodness. Babylon 5 is better than Star Trek. Okay, I'm not familiar with Babylon 5.
Well, you know what, Keebler? By the way, thank you for your cookies. Babylon 5 was a good show. I mean, personally, I'm a Star Trek fan, so I'm gonna say Babylon 5 is less than Star Trek instead of greater than. But that's okay, because you know what? And this is the lesson everybody in our world needs to learn. Live and let live. Let people like what they like. It's fine with me that you like Babylon 5 better than Star Trek. You don't need to be destroyed. I don't need to, I don't need to shreds. You are welcome to like what you like. And you know what, Keebler? We can still be friends. That's what needs to happen.
Let people like what they like. I say that all the time when it comes to comedy. Like, I'm not your cup of tea. You don't like edgy jokes. You don't like this guy, that guy, this girl, that girl. Like, fine. But let them live. Like, let them have their fans. Let people be like, oh, I like this person. I want to go to their show. I want to buy their merch. I want to watch their
thing. What about the people that do like you, Chrissy? What about the people that like you a lot? Should they be? Why is this?
Are they wrong? Yeah,
exactly. Why is this hater's opinion carry any more weight than this lover's opinion? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why would a hater's opinion carry any more weight than a fan's opinion? They shouldn't.
Right.
They're equally free to like what they like and not like what they don't like.
Yeah. What happened to love is love. What happened to love is love when it comes to being a fan.
Exactly.
It's a trap. Elsa Bear, thank you again. Also, Vic, have you ever been to Anime North? It's a big anime convention in Toronto.
Yes, I have, Elsid. I've been to Anime North several times, and I have not been invited back in the last several years. But I've been there several times and had a great turnout, huge turnout, wonderful event. Love the people up in Toronto. I would love to get back up there. So, Elsid, if you're in that area,
yes, hit him up.
Yeah, you and your friends get together and write the staff and say, "Come on, guys, put your little social justice, political, personal opinions aside, and bring someone in who's been a big influence in the industry, who has done a lot of work that people love. They would like to meet him. Just because you don't like him doesn't, you put the show on for the attendees, not for you and your 10 staffers,
Or even you could even phrase it like, "Oh, so excited to go this year. Like, I hope Vic is there. Or, I'm a big fan of Vic. Is he going to be at the convention?" Like, if you don't even have to send a message that's like, if you want to stay out of politics yourself, you can always just be like, "Oh, I'm such a huge fan of Vic. I really hope he's going to be at the next one."
Yeah. No, thank you for saying that, Chrissy, because you know what? You just reminded me. See, I'm still waking up.
Some people get like, you know what I mean? Like, who people want to avoid that, but. Yeah, I'm not one of those people.
I've always encouraged people to be positive. You know what I mean? I've always encouraged everyone that wants to request me as a guest to be polite and positive and say, "Oh, would please bring Vic. We'd love to have him here. There's so many fans up in this area who love his work." Be positive. Don't be like the haters. They're like, "I'm going to boycott this, and I'm going to threaten this, and I'm going to put a bunch of fake Yelp reviews on your business,"
Wow. Yeah, that's cray. Cool though. Okay, so drink a lot of water, bring battery packs, bring your money. If someone's on the fence, like, should I go every day? Should I just go a couple days? Like, what are the pros and cons of going the whole time versus a day or two?
Saturday of any Comic-Con is going to be the biggest day. Saturday is always the big day. Sunday is the second biggest day. And then Friday is usually the lightest of the three. Now at Matsuri, there's going to be fun stuff going on all the time. Now, another advantage of a show that big is that there's plenty to see, plenty of events and activities planned all the time. If you could only go one day, Saturday would be the day to go. Saturday, Sunday, if you can only go 2 days, but there's going to be something fun to do and see. In fact, if you were there all 3 days, you probably would still miss things, right? Because there's so many things to see and do.
Okay, cool.
Did that answer the question?
Yeah. What would you recommend? Like a first timer? Would you say YOLO, go for the 4-day pass? Or would you, I guess it depends if you're a local. If you live in the area, you could probably just like
that's
in
true.
and
A lot
out.
of people are flying in, right? A lot of people are flying in from all over the country, which means they've got to take a day to travel and a day to get home. And if they have a job waiting for them at home, they probably have to leave Sunday or Sunday evening. But I would say do a Saturday, Sunday. And if you like it, next year do a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, extend it. Also, I want to say this too, and I think this is important. We should probably mention this, Chrissy. Be smart. Be wise.
What? I don't know how to do that.
When you go to big events like this, obviously with 60,000 people in any one place, there could conceivably be people that want to try to take advantage or maybe steal something or pickpocket or want to do something a little bit nefarious. So don't be naive. You know what I mean? Don't let yourself get tricked into something or coerced into going somewhere with somebody you don't know. Find a buddy. That's always a good thing. Find a buddy, which will not be hard to do. And just be smart. The world is not, it's not the same as it was in 1970. There's a lot of things you need to be careful and guard yourself against. So just like with anything else, like if you were to go to Disney World, you want to keep your fanny pack in front of you, and you want to keep, your backpack zipped up, and you want to make sure, and, be aware that you're around a ton of people that you do not know. And it doesn't mean you can't have a good time or be afraid, but just be mindful, just be mindful.
Yeah, that's really good advice too. Yeah, have a buddy. Keep your head on a swivel. Make sure, like, God, what would my grandma say? She'd be like, don't bring a purse that doesn't have a zipper. Don't have your bag all open. Anyone can just reach their hand in and take something out. That was always her beef. Anytime I had a tote bag, so anyone could just reach their hand in. Like, I think, and I'm really like lucky all my years in New York City. No one's ever reached their hand into but they definitely could have if they wanted to, especially on the subway where everyone's like,
I'm sure plenty of people thought about it.
Yeah,
I'm sure they're probably scoping you, and they're scoping that woman over there and that guy over there, and they're like, yeah, that girl.
Which is why every time I ride the subway, I always have this face on. I try to look as unapproachable and as mentally ill
anywhere near you
as possible. Yes. Cosmic Dawn. I want to go to Matsuri to meet you, Vic, but it's too far.
Jason! I know this guy.
You know him?
Yeah, he's from, I think, UK, right, Jace? I think Cosmic Dawn. Cosmic Dawn is listen to this. Let me give him a shameless plug right now, Chrissy. Cosmic Dawn is a CGI original animation that Jason, this guy, is creating himself. And he's got a bunch of really cool voice actors involved, and I'm kind of helping out from a sound design standpoint. I wish you could come too, Jason, because Anime Matsuri is, if you could, like I said last night on my live stream, if you can only do one event a year, Matsuri is a great one to do.
Okay.
Oh, and let me give a shameless plug for that with your attendees, Chrissy. Every Wednesday night, I do a live stream on Twitch.
Ooh.
It's Vic Mignogna Live, and every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Central, I do a live stream, and we talk about fun things. We have a lot of fun little things that we do, and then we even have a fan cam period where subscribers can come in and join, just like this, and we can chat a little bit. So check that out.
Ooh, okay.
If any of your followers are interested in joining us, it's a fun time every Wednesday night.
I love that. Okay. Vic, back to this costume. How important do you think are the gloves to the overall look, or do you think
gloves are important?
Okay.
Hey, but you know what, sweetie? You could go to a hardware store tomorrow and buy those gloves. Like,
really?
Oh my goodness. Aren't they just the leather, like the kind of yellowish leather gloves, aren't they?
They look like they're olive green.
Can I see that? Can you put the picture up that you're looking at?
Let's put it back. Okay, because I found like a burgundy colored bandana. I found a purple jumpsuit.
Yeah, you know what they are? They're just like leather work gloves. See that?
Okay. Work gloves. That's what I need to be searching by. Okay.
Yeah, you can even buy like leather work gloves.
Okay.
In fact, if you type that in, I'll bet you'd find probably even something that's even close to that kind of a leathery taupe.
Okay. Yes. I'm getting a few options, but that's the trick, is like, can they arrive in time?
Well, you could go to Lowe's or Home Depot, Chrissy. I guarantee you could find a pair of work gloves.
Okay. And they'll be like, you doing manual labor? I don't believe it. And I'll be like, you're right. It's for a costume. You're correct.
Yeah. People will be like, hey, Chrissy, those work gloves look like they've never been broken in.
Yeah. Those work gloves are pretty clean. They look pretty, look pretty brand new. Elsa Barrett, true, Vic. Got to be careful around so many people. So many people dressed like ninjas. Keep your head on a swivel. True. Because you won't be able to differentiate between the real ninjas and the fake ones.
Exactly. But, and that's not a...
Do you cosplay to these conventions, or do you go as yourself?
Chrissy, I love that you asked me that. If you, you could probably find a lot of pictures online of me dressed up in different things. I do get a real kick out of cosplaying sometimes. Sometimes I have. Last year at Matsuri, I wore this red Edward Elric leather, long, cool leather coat for one of my Q&A sessions. Like, it wasn't full cosplay, but it was, part cosplay. I think I've worn my Captain America cosplay before at an event. I've done a lot. I've done several different cosplays. I love cosplay. In fact, I was doing cosplay before it was called cosplay.
What it used to be called?
It wasn't called anything. I was wearing Star Trek costumes that I made at home to Star Trek conventions in 72, 73.
Ooh.
Like, and we were all dressed up in costumes and uniforms and alien outfits from Star Trek. And so I love cosplay.
That's cool. Oh, wow. Yeah, especially if you can re-wear the same outfits at different conventions.
Yes. Do you think I should take something
Yes, of course.
or something this year?
Yeah.
Johnny,
You
yeah.
could be, oh my God, Vic, you should be Ken. This is the year for it. Dun, dun, dun. Could you do it? Do you have any Ken clothing?
You know what? You are so funny. Last night in my live stream, we were talking about Halloween. And at least 4 people were like, oh my gosh, you should go as Ken for Halloween. I'm like,
Would you?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. It's like, no, I don't think anybody would look down at you unless they really are Barbie haters.
So what would I like wear, like a pink sweater and like pink plaid pants and stuff
What
like that?
did Ken wear? Let's see.
And then,
Let's see.
and then a really bright blonde wig, because clearly my hair doesn't.
You already have the hair.
No.
Let's see. Ken.
Johnny, by the way, while you're looking that up, Chrissy, Johnny, yes. And I have met Bill. Bill and I are actually good friends. I love Bill Shatner.
Ooh.
He was my childhood hero, my father figure when I was a little boy. And you know what, Johnny? I almost always go to the Vegas event every year. This year, I'm going to be at another event that weekend. So unfortunately, I'm going to miss Star Trek Vegas this year. But if you see Mr. Shatner there, you tell him that I said hello and that I love him. Will you tell him? Hey, Vic Mignogna told me to tell you hello and he loves you.
Aw. All right, Johnny, don't screw it up. I hope you wrote that down. Let's see. So there's a kind of iconic Ken costume, and that is the black Western jacket and pants with the white fringe. Like that, I definitely remember from the movie. That was pretty iconic.
Wait, did he wear, did Ryan, what's his name, wear that, or Gosling?
Yes.
Did he wear that
Yes.
in the movie?
He definitely wore like a black, it looked a lot like this.
Well, I knew there had to be pink in there somewhere.
Like a Western shirt. That would be easy to do.
Yeah, but you see, we're in Texas.
Right. You just look like everybody
I
else.
don't know that immediately says Ken. You know what I mean?
True.
I think that if I were to go buy a pink sweater and like pink plaid pants or turquoise, I'm seeing a lot of turquoise here.
And lime green. Yeah, pink, lime green, turquoise is safe.
And if I got a wig that's just like solid blonde, you know what I mean? Like one of those cheap, puffy, solid yellow wigs.
You could do it.
I could do it.
Yeah, I mean, you really could just, if you wanted to, use your own hair. But like, if you really wanted to go for like the full,
think I should?
I think you could get away with it for sure.
Okay.
There's a lot of Barbie and Ken craze. There's gonna be a lot. I bought an outfit that I'm gonna try to do. Although I didn't like that the redheaded Barbie was trans. So maybe that'll be my cosplay. I'll just be like a sort of
What?
trans Barbie. Yes, in the movie, there's a redheaded Barbie who's trans. But they're not really they don't really broadcast it, which I appreciate. They don't really like grandstand about it. They're not like, look everybody, this Barbie is a dick. It's just like, oh, you're like, oh, that Barbie definitely is a dude.
Yeah.
But it's like
That
quiet
Barbie,
diversity.
that Barbie is Bobby.
Yeah. That's a
So
Bobby.
it's kind of like somebody in the UK saying Barbie, right? Bobby.
It's Bobby.
It's Bobby.
Bobby's world.
Bobby or Barbie? Bobby. So Bobby, not Barbie.
Bobby.
Which one are you saying?
What are her shoes like? I guess it doesn't matter. The Full Metal Alchemist chick.
I think she wears like work boots. Doesn't? Oh no, she wears sandals in the pictures.
Okay.
But she's a mechanic, Chrissy.
She's a mechanic wearing a crop top.
Yes, she is a mechanic. She's a very, very Winry is a very industrious, kind of a mechanical genius. And she's the one that actually makes Ed's automail arm and leg for him. Oh, there's a great one.
There we go. This is a good
and
one.
Look, they've even got a little Edward Elric plushie on their waist.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh. That looks like anime Matsuri.
Oh, yeah?
The beams, that looks like the George R. Brown Convention Center.
Huh. Well, that would be the time to wear it. All right, cool.
That's kind of funny.
I love it. That's so great.
I should tell everybody later on this afternoon, I'll be going to the airport because I'm flying to Georgia Pop and Horror Con.
Ooh.
In Columbus, Georgia this weekend. I'm very, very excited about it. Been looking forward to it for a long time, and going to be a lot of great guests there. So this weekend, I'll be at the Georgia Pop and Horror Con. And then the following weekend is Anime Matsuri. And then the weekend after that is Maryland Pop and Horror Con. And then the weekend after that is UltraCon in West Palm Beach.
Okay, wow. Is this your busy season?
Yeah, the summer, I've got a lot of events lined up through August into the fall. And I'm very, very grateful. And I hope to see as many of you awesome people out there as possible.
Oh, wow. And they have cosplay contests too. I remember that from Boston.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I love it. I love it.
Yes.
And do you know your schedule yet for the convention?
You know what? I have not seen it, but usually at Matsuri, I do a Q&A. I sign all day, but then the only time that I don't sign, wow, my hair is really doing it today, isn't it?
Yep.
That's a major bedhead. Anyway, I'm signing a lot, but then every day I'll have a Q&A session. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there'll be an hour each day where I'll do a Q&A session. And we have a wonderful time. We talk about anything and everything, from anime to Star Trek to music to cosplay to could be anything. Who knows? But I love those Q&A sessions. So that's my schedule. Last year, it was like at 1 o'clock every day. Hopefully, that was a great schedule. So hopefully it'll be the same this year.
Okay, cool. How do you keep your energy? Like, you're going from con to con, back to back, it seems like, how do you make it through? Like one, let alone you're doing multiple.
Well, I think it helps to love what you do. I think if you get up in the morning dreading what you have to do all day, it gets difficult to get motivated and you get easily fatigued and you're like, I just need a break. But if you love what you do, if you love meeting people, if you love interacting with people, yes, it's still draining. Yes, you still need to get your energy back, but it's a good kind of exhaustion. You feel good at the end of the day because you hopefully made a lot of people happy, and you interacted with a lot of wonderful people and created some wonderful memories, and that kind of thing is what keeps me going. I don't like, I've grown tired. I've never said this on an interview before, Chrissy. I'm tired of traveling. I lived in LA for a while, and I didn't really want to be there, so I traveled a lot because I didn't want to be there. But
Yeah,
but
makes
over the
sense.
years, I've done so many events. I've traveled all over the world so many times, and now I don't really enjoy traveling as much. I love being in different places. I just don't love getting to different places. So it's the travel that kind of, there's kind of like, back,
Okay. What's the
repack.
worst part? Getting in the Uber, packing, the airport, like
Yes.
all of it.
That's the part that I get my energy gets kind of drained doing. But being around people and interacting with people and meeting wonderful new people and making new friends, that is re-energizing, actually.
I weirdly love packing, and I need a lot of time in advance to pack. Like, I think very carefully about my outfits, and like it also takes me a long time to do my toiletries because like I have to measure out like how much of this am I going to need, how much of this am I going to need.
Oh my goodness.
I get really excited about like travel pouches.
Really?
I get excited like, ooh, okay, how much merch can I bring? How much am I going to be able to bring back? Like,
oh my gosh, you just mentioned another really great pointer for everybody. Bring a suitcase that has extra space in it. If you're flying in, bring a suitcase that has extra space because you're going to buy things and you're going to need to get them home somehow.
true. Yes, I know that I can buy little miniature travel things, but I want my things.
Davina, apparently she enjoys pouring little bottles of shampoo
I do.
and stuff,
And then
herself.
waiting for them
But
to
I'm with you,
explode.
I'm
Yeah.
with you. I would rather go to Target and buy a bunch of little travel size things. Be done with it.
I used to go to Target, no more, since they pushed the gay agenda.
I get travel size wherever I can find them. In fact, all
Yeah.
of my moisturizer, you know what? Sometimes people will ask me, Chrissy, your skin is so clear and smooth. What kind of moisturizer do you use? And I go, whatever's in the hotel room.
Wow. Isn't it nice to be a man? You can just use whatever.
Whatever little squeeze bottle is in the DoubleTree or in the Springfield or in the Homewood Suites or Hilton or whatever. My shaving bag is full of little tubes of moisturizer that I throw in there.
So you're a hoarder of hotel toiletries, much like the late Gilbert Godfrey was. He just would take everything that wasn't nailed down.
No. I don't do that. If I'm in a hotel room for one night, right? And they have the squeeze bottle of moisturizer, right? I'm not going to use that whole squeeze bottle. I'm going to use one little puddle of it, right? Well, what are they going to do with it?
Nothing. They're going to throw it out.
Exactly. So
unless they do like marrying the ketchups, unless they refill the tiny moisturizers.
So what I do is if I've used it once or twice and there's still plenty in there, I know they're going to throw it away. So I'll just throw it in my shaving kit and I'll use it up when I get home. And then I'll move on to the
I like to measure them out like a chemist, because it's like I'm like I use a graduated cylinder. Yeah.
Chrissy breaks out her centrifuge and she does her whole.
But I noticed I did a little bit of like cleaning yesterday, and I noticed like I have a problem. Like I have about 10 different pouches that I found. It'll be like a typical like pouch that I put inside my purse to take to the city or whatever. It'll have like a little notepad, like pen and paper, tissues. Some of them had like, a knife or a taser or like whatever I would bring into the city, and then gum. And I have about 10 different, and then I lose that pouch and I buy a new one, and I need to have like my purse pouch. I have like 10 of these fucking pouches. It's crazy.
So you're a pouch hoarder.
I am a pouch hoarder. I have a pouch problem. And I probably have to line them all up and take a picture to show you guys.
Do that. And you
Yeah.
know what else, Chrissy? Speaking of hoarding, I recently started watching Hoarders. And by watching, I mean putting it on in the background while I'm getting dressed or getting a shower or getting ready to go somewhere. And I can't believe, have you ever seen one of those episodes?
No.
Oh my goodness. Like I don't even know how you can't even walk through the rooms. Like
Wow.
it's sad. It's heartbreaking. And you look into these people's faces and they're sweet, kind people. And you're like, what is it that motivated you to start doing this? And how do you not see, all of this, this chaos, like everybody else does? And their families come in and they do.
Oh, are you talking about the Hoarder shows?
Yeah. Hoarders.
Oh, okay. Yes, I have seen those.
And their
I thought you were
families
talking
come
about
in
like
and
a
they try to do
specific
like an
show.
intervention. You know what I mean? Like we want to come over and see you, Dad, but we can't even.
We can't fit into your house.
Yeah, like we can't even walk in here, and we don't want our kids. Don't you want to see your grandchildren? And like it's very much more emotional than I thought it was just about helping somebody clean out their house, right? But it really is much more emotional and complex than that. And what it always ends up being, what it always ends up being 9 times out of 10?
They were molested.
Well, no, I don't know about that, but what it often it ends up being is there was some great loss in their life. Somebody their husband, their wife, their sister, their parents, a child, and they can't let go of anything because everything reminds them of this person. Or they collect things that that are somehow connected to this person that they lost.
Yeah.
And it's become, I've been fascinated by the psychology behind it.
It is. I always wondered if it was like, how sometimes cats like to be in tight spaces. I wonder if it's like these people are sort of like cat people where they just want they want like the stuff to be sort of like closing in on them. So they feel like, oh, I feel comfortable with less open space.
Maybe. But what's really impactful is at the very end of the show, after they've cleaned everything out, and I'm talking like tons of stuff that they take out of the house and they either donate it or throw it away or sell it or whatever. But at the very end of the show, they bring the homeowner in to see their house now. And they do these before and after pans. And the homeowners are just bawling. They're sobbing to see their house so beautiful. And in my mind, I'm like, it could have always looked like this. Like you love seeing it like this. You know what I mean? It could have always been.
And then they're like, oh, I can't wait to fill it back up with shit again.
now I've got a lot more space.
Like, look at all these clear countertops. I can't wait to put 75 magazines on this.
I'm going to go buy 16 typewriters and I'm going to put them in my
Oh, God. Yeah, clutter makes me really anxious. Am I always the best at tidying up? No, but I'm very sensitive to it. I'm just like, ugh.
Hey, can I tell you a story?
Yes.
Am I allowed to do that?
Is it a hoarding story?
Not yet, but I could make one if you want one.
Okay.
No, I was going to talk about this last night on my live stream. It happened on Alex Stein's show. And I hope you don't mind. I didn't do it last night because the people that post this kind of stuff just want attention. They're just horrible people looking for attention. But I didn't want to, so I didn't want to indulge their desire for attention by talking about it on my live stream last night. But this is the craziest thing. This is the stupidest thing, Chrissy. You're not going to believe this kind of. You will. If anybody will, you will.
Mm-hmm.
So on Alex Stein's show Tuesday night, he had this guy Darius, the other guy that I mentioned. You saw the African American guy, the bald guy, really great guy. And when Alex Stein was introducing Darius to me, he said, he's my bodyguard. And it was all happening very quickly, joking, overlapping, talking. And he goes, Darius is my bodyguard. And I said, jokingly, what are your rates? Like, how much do you charge? As in, I might need a
Oh
bodyguard. too,
yeah,
right?
of course.
Okay, here comes the stupidity, Chrissy. Somebody, one of these nut jobs on the internet, took a screen
Let me
cap
guess.
and said, this guy, talking about Darius, this guy on Alex Stein's show, Alex said he was a bag man or a hit man, and Vic asked how much he charged. Like Vic
Oh
wants to
God.
hire him to murder somebody. I'm like, how stupid can people be, Chrissy? I mean,
I really thought
can
they were going to
watch-
say
you can
that
watch
you
the
were asking him what his race was. Like they misheard rates and race. I thought that's where this was going.
no, literally, they said, oh, Vic Mignogna is trying to hire a hitman to take people out. I'm like, no,
It's so
Alex
random.
said he was a bodyguard, and I asked how much his rates were in case I needed a bodyguard. It's literally the exact opposite. You know what I mean? And I just don't understand what goes
No,
through.
that's dumb. You can't
How
even
does
take
the
that
brain
seriously.
work, Chrissy? Can you
That's not
tell
even
me?
worth getting upset
What goes-
about. You can't
What
even get.
goes through these people's minds? Like, I don't even understand how their brain processes information. Like, how can you watch something and try to sit there and go, how can I pervert this and twist it into something that's seedy and criminal and
Well, at least
negative?
with that, they can just play back the video and see what the guy actually said. Yeah,
Anyway,
it's
the
silly.
point is, and not only that, but the overarching umbrella was that it's comedy. People are
Yeah.
just joking and having a good time. And
Yeah.
I just don't understand how some of the brains out there work. It wouldn't even occur to me. You know what I mean? It wouldn't even occur to me to do something like that. Wouldn't even enter into my mind.
People are silly.
I don't get it.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Vic, other than catching you in Georgia and then at Anime Matsuri, where can people find you? Where can people follow you? And anything else coming up?
Well, let's see. I'm working on several projects right now. I'm in the middle of recording my 6th audiobook.
Wow.
I'm really enjoying doing audiobooks. I didn't think I would, but I do. And I'm working on. There are several that are on Amazon and iTunes right now, and so I've got audiobook stuff out there. I'm working on some new music. I for those of you that know anything, if you know anything about that, I write and produce music professionally, and I've got 6 CDs on iTunes, but I'm working on something new now. I've directed a couple of animated projects. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe I didn't tell your audience here. Last year at Anime Matsuri, we premiered that we announced that we were going to be starting a new dubbing studio.
Ooh.
AM Studios, actually. And we dubbed 2 short films, and one of them is now available on Amazon Prime. So you can go check it out. Look up.
What's it called?
Zip Shimezo. 2 words.
Zip
Zip,
Shimezo.
as in zip up that shirt, and then Shimezo, Shimezo. And I would like to encourage all of you, ask you guys, please, to support Anime Matsuri getting this new studio off the ground, and buy the it's like $6, $5, $5. I mean, that's less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks. But it's an adorable, fun little thing. I voice act in it. I cast it and directed it. A lot of really great people in it whose voices you will recognize from other animes. And so that's out there. And we are working on some new licenses, full series licenses. So there's a lot of excitement going on with AM Studios. I'm going to be doing some live action film work coming up, in some live action projects coming up soon, in addition to event appearances. So there's a lot of fun things going on.
Ooh.
I just directed a short Star Trek film that is going to be released probably in just a couple of weeks. So I'm excited about that too.
Cool. Always
What about
working.
you? Where?
Just keeping busy. Oh, I'm gonna be in Austin next week, at Roscoe's on the 9th. That's next Wednesday. And then Anime Matsuri all weekend. And then I'll be in Houston, headlining at the Secret Group Friday, August 11th. Lila Hart will be opening for me
Oh,
at that
yay,
show too.
Lila.
Yeah, we love Lila. And then we're gonna be at the Liberty Awards next Saturday in Austin. Then oh gosh, I'll be in LA in September. I think the 8th and 9th, and then Long Island, Mahopac, Tampa, San Diego. So I'll be bouncing around, trying to book more shows, trying to stay busy.
Good for you. Good for you, man.
I Amazon searched Zip Zamazo on Amazon and literally just kept bringing me showing me hoodies. So maybe I spelled it wrong.
No, Amazon Prime. Like, oh, thank you, Sailor Mercury. Wasn't it adorable?
Aw.
It's Zip and then it's SHIMEZO.
Okay. Sweet. I love it.
I
love it.
Mercury.
Everyone,
Thank you.
everyone
I love
follow
it.
Vic.
You know, it's such an uplifting and inspiring little short film. I love it. Thank you.
I love it. Vic, thanks for coming on this morning. Always great to talk to you. And I'll see you
Chrissie,
in Houston.
it is my honor. You're one of my favorite people.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm serious. I love you to death. And I'm honored to have been a small part of this. If I said anything offensive, I apologize because, you shoot from the hip. You kind of
Don't apologize.
have a, well,
Welcome.
I certainly don't want to be offensive. I mean, sometimes you can't help it, right? You say what you think, or
Aw.
you say what you believe, but I love joining you. Thank you for having me. And I cannot wait in about a week to see you in Houston.
It'll
All
be
right.
fun. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you there if you'll
Thanks,
be at
guys, for
this.
joining us. Thanks, everybody.